Welcome back to the main stage and the Motorfest Walk of Fame. It's the place to be if you really want to become a Motorfest legend. Each month is a chance for your name to be marked onto the stars. Here's the Motorfest legend of last month. This month, a new legend rises to the challenge.
What's up, guys and girls? We're here at the Red Bull Playground of Maui, scene of the Red Bull Intense playlist. And if you've played it, you know what I mean. Okay, we're very far from finished. Things aren't so bad in Hawaii after all. So why leave now? Red Bull has invited you to an adrenaline-filled Red Bull main stage season. Motorfest promises 4 weeks of competitions and emotions, AGP, racing, rallycross and more. You're entering the crazy multidisciplinary world of Red Bull. It's just beginning and I'm so excited.
Back to where we left off. I be of assistance? Anything specific you'd like to try?
We started and I was like half an hour into the uphill, like just going up the hill, guys, like just zigzagging my way up like a little goat path, like really going up the mountain. And I was like, when is the finish coming, or like when is the end of this hill? And he's like, oh man, you're not even halfway through. And I'm like, how is this possible? That's hard enduro, I would say.
What's happening, guys and girls? My name is Becky Evans and welcome to the Motorfest podcast. Brought to you by Red Bull and Ubisoft's iconic game, The Crew Motorfest. Now this is the podcast where I get to chat to some of the world's finest motorsport athletes and dig into their passions for all things speed, wings and wheels. And if you haven't already tried it, you can actually listen to the podcast whilst you're playing the game. Today I'm going to be chatting with the professional motorcycle rider Manuel Lettenbichler. He's one of the very best in the world and he's an absolute champion. Born and raised in southern Germany where he's currently based, Manny has been competing for Red Bull Racing Factory since 2016. Following in the footsteps of his father, Andreas Lettenbichler, who was a highly successful KTM racing athlete who was top 3 in the world. Manny got his first trial bike age 5 and at age 16 he was the youngest rider to ever complete the Red Bull Scramble Hare Race, which is a one-day race which is actually the most difficult in the world. He was Super Enduro Junior Champion in 2016 and since then he has brought home the Hard Enduro Championship 4 times. If you don't know what Hard Enduro is, this is a sport where you actually tackle the most extreme terrain. We're talking rocks, we're talking mountains, we're talking off-road in its most extreme version. In 2023, Manny made history by completing the first perfect season in the FIM Hard Enduro World Championship. Now this is a feat that's only been completed by Manny and Max Verstappen in motorsport history today. So is it luck, talent, or is it a bit of both? Let's find out. Manny, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Stoked to be here.
So whereabouts in the world are you right now?
Just in Salzburg now in Austria. I'm actually spending a bit of time now at the performance center of Red Bull because I torn one ligament at the second last round of the World Championship and trying to keep myself busy with something else than riding, let's say it like this way.
It's been a while since I've seen you. I think the last time was what, Goodwood in about 2018?
Yes, Goodwood. 2018, I think. Yeah, it's been actually a while. I wanted always to come back again because it's such a cool motorsport festival and there's so much stuff going on. And it's been a while when we met for sure, but it's good to see you again and talk hopefully about some cool stuff.
Let's jump right in. If you could be a car, a plane, a boat, or a motorbike, which would you be and why?
I think like a plane probably, but like a cool plane, you know, maybe like a fighter plane or like a stunt plane could be pretty sick. I was like doing one flight one time with Red Bull, like in a stunt plane, and it was so cool. Like it was probably one of the best experiences I ever had because we just went like doing loopings, like all of these rows, like really jumped straight into it, and I even could fly the plane. So wow, yeah, it was quite a cool experience, and I think we're so used to the dirt and the ground that I think to be a plane, like being flying around wherever you want, I think is like a pretty cool idea to have in head.
Is that something that you've always been into? You know, like to go from riding bikes, getting into hard enduro, that's quite an extreme sport. Like what made you get into it in the first place?
Sure, over my dad. I got into the sport because at the end he used to be one of the best riders in hard enduro. But I more or less grew up.
I will admit, I spoke with Silver beforehand, and the only ones that beat her of late are her chief and the mystery driver.
Up with riding bikes, you know, like he always used to be a trials rider and hard enduro guy.
Next activity, set it and let's...
I got my first bike when I was 5, and from then on, I was actually motivated at the beginning because we had like a big farm back home with like a couple of horses. Like as a kid, you know, you just want to be outside, hanging out around with your friends. And then one day of like training on the motorbike, I did like a rock, which was like 30 centimeter high, like more or less nothing actually. But it made me so excited to like push myself in the sport and like trying to get better in it. And after this, I was really like hyped up and like hooked into like riding dirt bikes. And yeah, a couple of years later, we're here, probably one of the best in the world, and talking about motorsports. So like pretty freaking excited.
No, it's super cool. I mean, do you remember that first experience of competing, maybe a trail or something like that, and you were like, you know what, this is what I'm born to do?
Not at all. I think so many riders and like so many people already as a kid have this like they ride and they're like, okay, one day I'm gonna be a professional dirt bike rider or whatever. But me, literally until I was 16, I thought I'm maybe gonna do completely something else. Maybe I'm gonna be working on constructions or like a carpenter or like whatever. And then I really more or less found the passion and to say, hey, I want to do this when I finished Red Bull Brigadier back in like 2014, because I was one of the youngest finisher at this point, and for me was really like, okay, I could do something out of it. I could maybe be one of the best guys in the world. And then Red Bull came up to me and said, yeah, we're gonna try to support you for a year. And first he went pretty good, became a Super Enduro Junior World Champion, and from then on I was really like, okay, this could be a pretty cool living on like a pretty cool lifestyle, you know, like you more